After being nearly perfect with my selections for the round of 16, we are back for our quarterfinal selections for the UEFA Champions League. But before we get started, please make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the Zucc TV YouTube channel, and also ring that bell to be notified of when I post next, because I'll be making prediction videos all the way to the final in May. But it is now time to select our winners for these 4 big matchups. And like always, I want to kind of start off with the matchup that maybe is a bit more one-sided than not, and that is Sporting taking on Arsenal. Now, I know Arsenal has kind of been just even as of late, you know, dating back the last month or so, but you know what, I still believe they are the better team between these two sides. Even if it might still be a good hard-fought matchup, I still think Arsenal will just come out in the end, just because I think their team quality is just too much for Sporting. I think Sporting will play really hard. They have all tournament long. They're not here by a fluke, so I think it will be a hard-fought matchup. But just overall, really, I think Arsenal, with who they have and who they're able to use and to play with off the bench as well, I think they are just way too overpowered for Sporting. Again, I think it will still be a hard-fought matchup between these two sides over the 2 matches. But overall, I think it will just go Arsenal's way, simply because I think they just have a lot more class and talent compared to Sporting. So with that, I am taking Arsenal to move on to the semi-final. These next 2 matchups are kind of the ones that could be maybe a little bit of a coin flip, but again, it kind of leads more one way. And we're starting with PSG taking on Liverpool. Now, Liverpool, you know, a lot of people, you know, might not say that they have a big shot at this. And I think they still do, but I still do believe PSG's more on the upper hand on this one. And I just simply believe, I think they just have been a lot more consistent than Liverpool this season. I still do believe that both teams have a lot of talent, some great talent. Maybe PSG has a little bit more than Liverpool, but overall, just consistently over the season, PSG has been way more consistent than Liverpool. Liverpool's had their ups, they've had their downs. So overall, I think this definitely leads more PSG's way, because, well, Liverpool's consistency has not been good, and they could come in this matchup on fire. They might not. But you know what? I just think this matchup goes towards PSG simply because they've been better this season. Next up, we have Barcelona taking on Atletico Madrid, a La Liga matchup that is through and through. This one, I think this matchup definitely leans towards Barcelona. And then the reason I kind of say that is I think it's just overall the talent of the 2 teams. I think Atletico is a great team. They truly are. They're in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. But when I look at Barcelona and who they have and all the young stars that they have, I think that they are in a much better spot than Atletico Madrid. And that's truly why I believe it will go their way. I do believe this will be a hard-fought matchup. I don't think it's going to be absolutely just domination by one side. I truly think that this will be, you know, kind of something that goes all the way to the end. But I think Barcelona will just take this one because of their talent. I think they have it. The only way I think Atletico would be able to take this matchup is if, you know, maybe that talent for Barcelona does not really show up at all. But overall, I just think that this matchup will go Barcelona's way because their team is just that much better than Atletico Madrid. So for me, I'm taking Barcelona to advance. And for our 4th and final matchup of the quarterfinal, we have 2 major clubs going at it who have a deep history playing against each other in the UEFA Champions League. It is Real Madrid taking on Bayern Munich. Now, look, this is going to be a really, really, really good matchup, in my opinion. This is going to go down to the wire. We have seen these teams play each other so many times, and they've had so many good matchups all against each other. I truly believe this is going to be an incredible 2 games. The key thing between these 2 teams is going to be injuries. And obviously Harry Kane was kind of sprouted as possibly not playing, although he should be fine to go, which of course Bayern Munich will definitely need Harry Kane to be at his best for a shot to win this one. And on Real Madrid's side, they might not have Jude Bellingham for at least the first leg. So that could be massive right then and there. But the reasoning for my choice today, for my pick between these 2 sides, is just who's been a much better team throughout this season. I know over 2 games, lots of stuff can happen. League changes can be massive, injuries, and all that. But when I look at this season, I truly look at Bayern Munich and just say, how well they have done consistently. I know they've not played their best in some games, and they've also dominated a lot of games. But when I look at Real Madrid, they have struggled at some points. They really have. And there's been lots of question marks thrown at them. I think, though, when you look at Bayern, they have just dominated the entire Bundesliga season. They have done so well in the Champions League. It almost feels like they are unstoppable. I think for Bayern, though, if they have too many injuries on their back end like they've had throughout this season, they could be in trouble. But as of right now, they just look unstoppable. They seem unstoppable. And that's why, for me, I'm taking Bayern to beat Real Madrid and move on to the semifinal. So there you have it, everyone. Those are my selections for the UEFA Champions League quarterfinal. Let me know what you think down below, whether you like my selections, whether if you didn't. Also, drop your own down there as well. Also, leave a like on the video if you have not yet, and subscribe to the Zucc TV YouTube channel, and also ring that bell to be notified of when I post next. Enjoy the soccer, everyone. Take care. Peace.